Um, well, first of all, Mike, let's start with the great news for Tom King and Josh Sheehan.
Yeah, it's unbelievable achievement from both. Can't remember the last time Newport County AFC had two players in a full Welsh squad. So it's good for the football club as well. But I'm delighted for the players. They've worked hard.
Yeah, it was Steve Lowndes and Nigel Vaughan, 1983 against Brazil, Mike, 1-1.
There you go.
Brian Flynn scored.
There you go. Brilliant. Long time ago then. No wonder I
Yeah.
can't remember it. I was 2.
Exactly. Josh Sheehan, in particular, because Tom has been in the squad before, but Josh Sheehan has had to work really hard because it hasn't always been easy for him, has it, Mike? He hasn't had it easy with injuries and stuff like that.
No, it's just about to say, he's had a bad injury. He, obviously was let go by Swansea. I was able to keep him here. And he's just getting better and better. I think he's starting to fulfill his potential. And there's no doubt that he can play higher than League Two.
You think still there's better to come from him?
Oh, 100%. You think about it, when he's playing with better players week in, week out and training with them day in, day out, he's only going to get better. And, it might suit him playing higher up as well.
You hope at a club level that is a long way away rather than in January.
Yeah, listen, of course, he's a very important player for this club. And look, it's almost out of our hands. If somebody puts in an offer that the club can refuse, then he's likely to go. If not, we'll have him to the end of the season.
And exactly. I mean, if he does get his chance against, say, the USA, you don't have any qualms about it won't faze him or whatever.
Oh no, he's fine. He loves playing football. It's funny, the international football is different to the hustle and bustle of League Two. You'll have a little bit of time on the ball. Got to make that time because you're playing at the highest level. But I'm sure he'll do that.
Let's move on to tomorrow then. With everything, the way things are going in the league, Mike, and top of the table, where is the FA Cup now in your priorities? Because it's been fantastic to you over the years. But is there any sort of diminution in that, given where you are in the league?
No, there's not, because I know what the finances mean to the football club. I'm a big FA Cup fan. I've said it, numerous amount of times. I do, I love the FA Cup competition, even as a player, as a fan, and as a manager. I've really enjoyed it. It's look, it's hard. We got 1 or 2 injuries. We're gonna have to maybe freshen 1 or 2 up, but it's I'll be going to try and win the game. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, and it's always a special game with Leyton Orient, isn't it? Because of the Justin Edinburgh factor.
Yeah, look, it's for the wrong reasons. It's a nice fixture. I just wish he was here. I wish he was on the touchline, and I was winding him up for the. Well, it wouldn't have been just 95 minutes. I'd been winding on the Friday and the Sunday, especially if we won.
Yeah, exactly. Talk about the injuries. Will you have any of them back from the ones you didn't have on Tuesday?
Probably not.
So this is going to be a real test for your squad then?
Yeah, listen, but that's why we got more numbers. People have got to step in and step up. They've got to try and continue where the boys have got us to, the level-wise, and they've got a chance to put a marker down and say, hey, I want to be playing in the league as well.
Because after a defeat, there's always an option for change, isn't there?
Yeah, of course. It is when you win. I know I haven't done it so far, but listen, I've been very close to it once or twice. I just thought if we could get to this period with the same team, we could have then had a break with the international call-ups, because we knew 10 days ago who was getting called up and who wasn't. Obviously, you only found out yesterday, the press, but we've had to keep that quiet. But that's formed part of our planning. They would have had a few days off, and after tomorrow, and regrouped.
So the Grimsby game definitely off, yeah.
Yeah, Grimsby game would be off, and we'll have to play the Plymouth game for, I don't know the reason why, but we've got to play it. Okay,
and last one, it's now how you bounce back from a defeat, isn't it? Which hasn't happened very often, thank goodness.
Yeah, listen, I'm like I said, I don't get carried away when we win, and I don't get too down when we lose. There was no way in a million years we were going to win every game for the rest of the season. I'm not, getting carried away or excited. There's a lot of tough games, and if we're not at our best, it gives the opposition an advantage over us, because we've got to be at top form, and we've got to be looking to take the game to them. And that was the frustrating thing, especially first half Tuesday night. We didn't do that.
Yeah.
And we went a little bit more attacking. We tried to do that with Robbie on the right as well. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Fine, that's fine for me, Mike. Thanks.
Cheers, Rob.
Best of luck tomorrow, of course.
Thanks, mate.
Hi, Mike. You okay?
Hiya, Alex. You all right?
Yeah, good, thank you. Just a couple of questions from me. It's obviously great recognition for the players, the two individual players, but how important is it that the club gets recognition? Because, from a few years ago, maybe falling out of existence to having two players in the national team is great recognition for the whole club.
Yeah, it's huge. It is. It's massive. It's not only the recognition of them getting called up, in the bigger picture, it shows players and clubs that we want to do loans with that we are developing players and making them better, whether it be younger players or older players. Tom King and Josh Sheehan. Josh is 25 with his first call-up, and thoroughly deserved. So it shows that we're doing the right things as a football club and as a coaching team as well.
Ryan's obviously not going to be in charge of the games, but I understand he picked the squad. Did he come down and watch for the players in action? Did he speak to you about them? Yeah,
I've had a lot of conversations with Ryan, and he's been at a couple of games. He works hard. He don't just sit at home and pluck names out of the sky. He's thought about the squad thoroughly, and it was nice that he called me and told me about the players being selected.
And kind of like Rob said, you got no doubts that he's going to fit in well, training with someone like Gareth Bale.
No, none whatsoever. None at all. He imagine the boost and how high he's going to be feeling, with Aaron Ramsey, Gareth Bale, those kind of players around him. There's a lot of youngsters in that squad as well. I know people like Connor Roberts will help him. There's a few Swansea boys that he might know already. Tom's there, obviously, so he knows him. He'll be fine. I got no doubts whatsoever.
That's one. Good luck tomorrow.
Yes.